Hi, Sandra here from Creating Spain, and today I thought I'd show you something I don't think I've shown you before. Forgive me if I have, but I thought it's a useful lesson to know. I wanted to create an image, this one in fact, of a teddy bear falling into the water and creating a big splash. Now, hands up here, I did not draw the splash in Shortcuts a lot. I used one of the apps on my iPad to freehand draw some splashes and then import them in. Now, if you have an iPad, there are many drawing apps that you can get. Some are vector drawings, as in the type that we use in Shortcuts a lot, and some are not. Even the ones that are not vectors are sometimes quite useful because you can still draw freehand shapes. You can give them very definite colours, and then if need be you can import them into Shortcuts Slot and trace them. And if you give them very definite different colours for different images and shapes, you won't have any difficulty whatsoever in tracing them. If you already have a vector drawing program, then that's easy. You get the images in and you don't have to trace. They're there straight away. Several different packages that I've used, and I believe in a previous blog post and in previous YouTube channels I've actually discussed some of the ones that I do use. Okay, so have a look for that if you're interested. The teddy bear, however, I have done in Shortcuts a lot because it's made out of simple shapes that have been welded together. Now, as you can see on the right hand side, I have a shadow layer and I have a couple of the teddy bears. When I first made the teddy bear, this is what the teddy bear looked like. The arms and the legs and the head are made from simple ovals put together and with a little bit of node editing to alter the shapes. But very basic, very simple stuff. And then I have decided where I wanted the legs to go, etc, etc. And I've made the general shape of my teddy bear. Now I'm going to go to another page, and here I have my two teddies. I'm going to move them over here. And what I wanted to do with this was I wanted to be able to cut out the entire shape, but I also wanted the draw lines to be put in for his arms and the edge of his head and things like that. So that if I wanted to, I could either do a print and cut, which had the draw lines in it, or I could draw it with the draw lines in with a sketch pen in my holder and also do the cut. But as you can see, if I just put that to a draw line, all these two draw lines, I'm going to have a load of lines in there that I do not want to be on my teddy bear. I mean, these are not lines designed to be seen. So I have two of these, and I've made a copy on purpose because one of these I am going to use and I'm just going to weld it together. In this particular case, in Shortcuts Lot, it is called Union. Okay, so the weld version on here, by the way, is a temporary thing you can undo, and you just use it for cutting, and the Union is an actual editing function of the actual design. So that goes and makes a union, or at least it looks as if it has, but it's not quite. And if I break that apart, you can see that the reason it's not done that is because these are not closed paths. I have broken the paths, and the reason I did this is to show you what happens if you mess around first of all with the eraser before making your copy. This is what you get, and you find then that you can't make a union path and you can't actually make a shadow layer because it's all separate paths, and it messes things up completely. What you need to do is to make sure that your particular item, and let me just ungroup this, your particular item is actually a complete path. That one, if I click on path and then close path, is now a complete item. And so I could put that there. And if I take that, in fact, I can just duplicate it because they were the same. So I can copy it and I can paste it. And I'll actually just put it here and rotate it a bit till I get it to copy what was originally there. That's almost it. That'll do for the time being, okay? Right, so that is why you don't do it on your original image, okay? You really, really don't. So I can now take that and I go to Path and Union, and then I get my complete line. And I can do a shadow layer if I want to, or not, as the case may be. Now I'm just going to go back to page 1, and I'm going to copy him and put him back in here. This is why you make copies, you see. Okay, so I have my actual cutout lines, and I want to take some draw lines from here, but I don't want all of them. So what I'm going to do is take that one and go to Object and lock it. And that means that I can't damage that. No matter what I do with this, I can't damage that. And so piece by piece, I take my various bits. Hang on, I've got to ungroup him. I take my various bits and I place them where they are and decide which lines I want to keep and which lines I don't. Now I'm going to zoom in here. Okay. All right. Now let's just place him a little better. Which one am I moving? I'm moving that one. Da, 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 da. Okay, right, he's centered. Now, regarding the head, what I would want to see is this line here, but I don't want, this is the lines we're going to be drawing. So I take my eraser, I get rid of the bits that I don't want to see. I don't want to see that line there because that's going to be a cut line anyway. So I don't have a problem with that one. But the other ones I want to get rid of are simply the outline lines. So get rid of all the outline, but leave the bits which are inside. So I've now got, if you look at it, I've now got just the draw lines that I wanted to have. All right, so I'm going to just put that back. You can always move them around or make them a little bit bigger or smaller if you need to. Now, where is the next item? Okay, a leg. We'll take a leg up. I'm not going to do all of this. This is just showing you roughly what we're supposed to be doing. And he's not quite the right angle. So I need to turn it a bit and move it. There we go. That's more or less. Okay, so the bits that I wouldn't want on this one are basically all the bits inside here I don't want. And in fact, on here I don't want any of that leg. Thinking about it, I don't want that leg at all. Nope, don't need that one. Okay, if I go back down, I take the lower leg. Yeah, there's my lower leg. Yeah, I'll pull this one up. What do I want to see on my lower leg? Well, in actual fact, I want to see this bit, but I don't. Whoops, that was quick. Help! Okay, let's move this a bit more slowly. There we go. So take my eraser, and I'm basically going to erase everything except that line there. Okay, so I have just retained that line there and the rest of it is gone. You go through your image and you do that. When you have done it, you go back into your normal view, fit to window, When you've done the whole lot, you simply go to select and you select it. And because you've locked your base layer, all you're going to get are the lines that you actually wanted. You group those and you go to the tool and you choose to put that to draw or whatever it is that you want it to set to, whether it's a print and cut, print, whatever. But you take the cut line off of that. You don't want that as a cut line and put that as a draw. And so now when you go back to your teddy bear, you would have the draw lines that you wanted. Obviously, I'd have to do his arm and things like that, and a little bit there where his tummy stretches over that leg. But that's how you do it, and that's how you get your draw lines or your print lines to come into a design that you've made from lots and lots of different bits that you don't want to see the elements of. Okay, I hope you found that useful and that you will have a practice and see how you go. It is much, much easier to do it that way than it is to work on your original article like this and just erase the bits, because you will come unstuck doing that. You honestly will. And you won't be able to get your cut outline back, and it'd be a right pain in the neck. So work on the duplicate and do it that way. So much easier. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.